What's up, everyone? How is everyone here? And today weather was erratic. Okay, so wow, this morning when I wake up, it was actually raining. Okay, it's raining heavily, and after that, it was scorching hot. Okay, actually in the noon time was very scorching hot. So drink more water, take care of yourself. Okay, so actually with this COVID season, weather is erratic. So it's better to actually take good care of yourself. Okay. So today I will talk about a story about a guy called Edwin Barnes. Okay. So this guy was unknown. Okay. He has a dream, okay, the burning desire to work with Thomas Edison. Okay, so the only problem that is he got no knowledge, he got no money, and Thomas Edison doesn't know who is he. Okay, he's just an unknown. Okay, so this doesn't stop him from uh, wanting to become a business associate of to become to be Thomas Edison. Okay, Thomas Edison that time was already a famous scientist. So uh, he actually found a way to travel to New Jersey free. Okay, free. He didn't have the money to buy a train ticket to travel to New Jersey. So he took a freight train. Okay, so in olden days, there's this kind of train where there's delivering goods only. Okay, it's not for human passenger. So he took a free ride with this freight train. So he just squeeze with the luggages, with all the parcels to go to New Jersey to find Thomas Edison. So he went to Thomas Edison office and approached Thomas Edison, say he want to work for him. But since Thomas Edison do not know who is him, but he can feel the burning desire from this young man. Okay, this young man has a burning desire, want to become his business partner. So Thomas Edison give him a low pay job. Okay, it's an unimportant job for him. Actually, this is a test from Thomas Edison to see whether is he worthy to be a business partner to him. Okay, so this Edwin actually took up the offer, even though it's low pay and it's unrelated job, okay, to what he want. Okay, so he know this is the only chance he can show Thomas Edison what he is capable of to be the business partner to Thomas Edison. Okay, so he took the job and do all the odd jobs instructed by Thomas Edison. So one fine day, Thomas Edison invented this machine, dictating machine. Okay, it's last time got this machine for dictation. Okay, so he invented this machine. But unfortunately, most of his company salesman is not interested in selling this product. Okay, he think this product is useless and cannot sell. But Thomas Edison is very confident that this product can sell. So he actually asked Thomas Edison to give him the rights to sell this product. Okay, so he actually become a bigger success that Thomas Edison would never think of. Okay, he sold the product to the entire nation, and he is the biggest sales account holder for this product. So he actually become the partner of Thomas Edison for 30 over years. Okay, so there was a saying invented by Edison, installed by Bunce. Okay? His name is Edward Bunce. Okay, so it's because of Edwin burning desire, determination, never give up attitude that he becomes so successful. If he resigned his faith that I have no money, I got no knowledge, I don't even know who is Thomas Edison, he will never accept me. He will not even want to see me or even employ me. So he will give up the chance if he have this kind of thoughts. Okay, so but he never he have to never say that attitude. Okay, so he actually find a lot of ways to travel to New Jersey to actually meet Thomas Edison and actually eventually become the business partner for Thomas Edison. So what can we learn from this story? Okay, so our success is not decided by our previous knowledge or whether we are rich or poor. Okay, so it's not decided by whether rich or poor, our knowledge or what. Okay, so the first important thing is the burning desire. Do you have the burning desire to succeed? The rest is we can improve on. Okay, if you do not have the burning desire, even you the smartest person in the whole wide world is useless because you do not have the desire to succeed. You are just contented with your current knowledge. You never learn, you never grow. Okay, so you just contented with the comfort zone, with your current role, current job. That's it. You will never succeed. Okay, so first thing, you need to have the burning desire to succeed. Second, you must visualize. Okay, so he already know he want to be the business partner to Thomas Edison. Okay, if you tell this to your friend, your relative, your family, or anyone, most of them will pour cold water on you. They will say you are mad, it's impossible to achieve, etc. It doesn't matter. These are just noises. So a lot of times when you say you want to succeed, you want to be wealthy, you want to achieve this, you want to achieve that, there will be a lot of people who will pour cold water on you. This shouldn't be your stumbling block. This should be your encouragement to prove to them you are right. You will succeed. Okay, so this is very important that we ignore all these noises, put it aside, carry on silently to do what we need to do to achieve the things that we want. Okay, just like Edwin C. Bunce, even though he at the start worked at a low pay job that is unrelated, but as long as he is within the vicinity of Thomas Edison, he can prove his worth. Okay, so this is very important. So what we need: burning desire, determination. Okay, so this is very important in this story. So a lot of times people cannot fulfill their dreams, cannot succeed in life, is because they do not have the burning desire to succeed. Okay, the problem they have in their brain, in their mentality, is bigger than their desire. That's why they live with the problem. Okay, they let their history, they let their past dictate their future. Okay, so this shouldn't be our case. Okay, we shouldn't let history dictate us. Whether we can succeed or not doesn't rely on situation, doesn't rely on luck, doesn't rely on people or anything else. It all rely on you, your burning desire. Okay, so with the burning desire, with the newly acquired knowledge, with the action, in time to come, success will definitely be yours. Okay, this is not empty talk. A lot of people in this whole wide world has already achieved with this kind of model. Okay, first they have the desire, they dream, they visualize, they plan, and they act. This is how they become successful. There is a lot of life story of poor people become rich. Okay, this is not out of the blue. Okay, they put in a lot of hard work. Okay, success is never easy. I want to stress again, success is never easy. Okay, so you need to put in a lot of hard work before you can achieve success. Okay, so another thing I want to stress about is, what is your purpose in life? Okay, so uh, when I was in 23, just came out of army or national service. Actually, I do not have any dream or any visualization that what I want to be for the future. All I know is to find a job, get a monthly income. This is all I know. This is the only thing I know how to generate money. Okay, because all my friends, my relative, everything. Okay, this is the kind of model that I have. Okay, what I see is what I do. Okay, so I just follow their method, their system. Okay, find a job, get an income. That's it. Okay, so I believe a lot of people have this kind of mentality or system, because your friend, your everything, every one of people around you are doing the same thing. They are earning monthly salary from a day job. So you shall also follow. You follow the masses. That's why the more you work, the more you find that you cannot achieve success, because this due to economic versus your pay scale. Yeah, let's say that time when I was 23 years old, I got my first IT job. My pay was as low as 1,004. Okay, that was technical support in a school. Okay, 1,004. Okay, so moving 20 years forward now. Okay, let's say you are same 23 years old, just step into working world with no experience but a bit of IT knowledge from school. Okay, how much you think you will get? Maybe 1,004, 1,005. This is true. There is not much increment between an entry level. Okay, 20 years ago, this is the pay. 20 years after, is the same pay. But you see the economic inflation. Okay, 20 years ago, one packet of chicken rice, how much? Maybe $1.50, $2 or $2.50. Okay, now how much? Maybe $4, $4.50. Okay, so the inflation has gone up so much, but your pay is stagnant at this level, inflation here. So how are you going to survive just by having a day job? Impossible. Okay, because your pay scale is not increasing as much as the the inflation. Okay, unless your pay can match the inflation, but which is not possible. No employer, no company will pay you according to economic inflation. This is impossible, because whatever your company going to buy, a raw product, equipment, buildings, property, whatever, they buy at inflation cost. That's why they cannot afford to pay you the pay with inflation. Okay, so your pay is always at the low end. Okay, so this is how it gonna be. Maybe another 20 years, 40 years, 50 years at a starting pay. Okay, it's still the same like 20 years ago. So let's say your child 20 years later, when they want to go to work, be it they come out from poly or come out from a university, what is their starting pay? Can you guess? Maybe same as now. I don't know, maybe another 100 or 200 difference. Okay, so how are they going to survive then? Cannot. What is the inflation level by then? Maybe I also don't know. Okay, so everything is getting more and more expensive, and there's nothing much government can do to suppress the inflation, because economic inflation is actually dependent by a lot of things, by global resources, global countries, global policies. So there's nothing much you can do, because Singapore, a lot of resources we buy from outside. Not we can't self-sustain. Okay, we do not have a lot of resources ourselves. So we even meat, fishes, vegetable, we buy from neighboring country. Okay, so if they increase their price, the people here have to mark up and sell higher so that they can have some profit to earn. They cannot sell at market value. They will not earn anything. It seems pointless. Okay, so that's why the inflation will go up, but your pay won't. Okay, so that's why having a day job is not enough. You definitely need to have multiple sources of income. And these multiple sources of income must not take up a lot of your time, okay, to implement. Okay, so it's not like 8 hours from morning to evening you have a day job, then after from evening to midnight you work another part-time job. No, cannot. It will be too tiring for you. Okay, maybe you collapse one day, and the money contributed or add up might not be enough also. Okay, so it is an era where we have to work smart, not work hard. Okay, we have to let system or let money to work for us instead. Okay, because these two assets, okay, actually can work 24/7. Even when we sleep, they still can work. Okay, when we sleep, there's no money coming. Okay, because we are not working, so we cannot rely on our physical capability. Okay, we can only actually work that much. Okay, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, left another 8 hours maybe for your parents, family, or commute, okay, eating, etc. Okay, so we do not have a lot of time to use our physical effort to work. Okay, so multiple sources of income is very, very important. So so go back. Okay, so back then I do not have any purpose in life. My life is just to every month get maybe 1,000 plus 2,000, save up so that maybe I can get married, have enough money to get married, buy a house. Okay, unfortunately, I found out too late that this method doesn't work. Okay, so 10 years later, I found that my saving is not enough. I think my 20 years of working life, I can tell you, sad to say, my saving is never more than, it's less than 50,000. This is true. Okay, 20 years of working life, my saving is never even reach 50,000. Okay, this is pathetic. 20 years of my working time and life. Is this the kind of life that you and your child that want to face? No. I definitely do not want my son to have the same situation as me 20 years ago. Because I know just by having a day job, he will never have enough saving to get married or buy a house in the near future. So how? First, I need to learn. So I need to have a purpose. So the purpose came only 20 years later. It's too late. Okay, but it's late better than not don't have purpose at all. Okay, so for the these 20 years, I wasted my life to find my purpose. Okay, so majority of people, the purpose is money. Money is a priority. That's why they can trade away their time to have that money, the monthly payment that the company pay you. Okay, so the priority is the money. That's why money is important than time. That's why they can work overtime to earn the overtime pay. They can work a second job, part-time job. Okay, even Saturday, Sunday, they also work. Okay, maybe do a Grab driver. Okay, deliver food, etc. Because their main priority is money. But what they do not know is time is more important than money, because money, there is a lot of way to earn. Okay, there's 1,001 way to earn more money, but there is no way where you can earn your time back. Once you spend it, that's it. You either use it wisely or you wasted it. Okay, there's no way you can earn back your time. Okay, we are not flash. We cannot run and go back to the history, go back to the past. No, never. Okay, we can only move forward. Okay, so how you want to move forward, you have to decide yourself. No one can decide for you, not your wife, not your children, not your company, you yourself. Okay, so how you want to use the time, you decide. Okay, so I took 20 years to realize this. You do not need to waste 20 years to do this. You can start now. Okay, to have a clear purpose, time should be your priority. Okay, because first, our parent time is short. Okay, it's shorter than us. Okay, our family, our wife, our children, our time is also limited. Okay, so we cannot keep work and work 3/4 of our time. Okay, let's say we are just having a day job from Monday to Friday, 8 hours. So if you do a statistic calculation, 71% of our time is spent on working from Monday to Friday. So it's actually wasted time because there's nothing much you can do. Okay, so what is the remaining time that you have for your family? Not much. Okay, sometimes when you come back home, maybe your kids already sleep because next day they have to go to school, or you are too tired to engage with them, or no mood because your boss scold you because you maybe have some commit some mistake or error in reports or something like that. Okay, your boss screw you. Okay, so you come back home, you don't like to talk, you don't want to talk because you low morale. Okay, so you eat finish, babe, you just want to go and sleep, or just want to hide one corner. Okay, so sometimes this is quite a pathetic life that most people are living. They do not realize that time is short. Okay, so I have actually witnessed a lot of people take their family members as for granted. So when suddenly this family member the next day gone, okay, then they'll regret. Actually, maybe that day they want to have a family dinner together, but because of work, because of some other issue, they postpone it. But unfortunately, the postpone came too late. No chance to have a dinner with the family members. So this kind of thing shouldn't happen. Okay, we should actually foresee that we should spend more time with our family, because our time is so short. We won't know how long we can live. Some people live until 50 years old, some 60, some 70, some 80, some 100 plus. But the only time that we know and have is now, today. Okay, so we know we have time now. We can speak to my family, my wife, my children, my parents. Okay, tomorrow will I be there? I won't know. Okay, of course, touch wood. But We still cannot predict tomorrow what will happen. Okay, maybe tomorrow alien invade us. We don't know. Okay, so this is something that we have to be mindful. That is, we need to be present. Present. What is present? Mean when you are at work, just work. Okay, don't think of your family, what are they doing, what. Okay, when with your family, don't think of work. You know, I got colleagues or friends. When they are at home, they still working. Okay, they still emailing users or clients, etc. Okay, so how how long, how much time they had actually spent on working and neglected their family members. So when you reach home, put your work aside, be present with your family members. They will appreciate you, okay? Because your wife, your children doesn't want you to engross in your work and they feel neglected, okay? So I have another mentor. Okay, last time when he was not successful yet, okay? Now he's a millionaire. But before that, he was a sales. He was air freight, doing some air freight. Then go to sales, open company, do sell machine. So he most of the time he was overseas selling all the machines to the overseas client, and he earned a lot of money. Okay, money is no longer an issue for him then. Okay, but he has lost the connection with his wife. Okay, because his wife have to tend the two young children. So a lot of time when the child is sick, the child got no milk to drink, always his wife settle the problem because the husband is overseas and unable to assist. Okay, so when the husband come back home, okay, the wife and the children like seems don't feel connected with him anymore. Feel that this father is a stranger already. They don't have the family bonding feeling anymore, connection anymore. So this is the kind. No, this shouldn't be happening to us. Okay, we shouldn't have this kind of issue. Okay, we should connect more with your family members. This is very important. Okay, don't always think your day job is the only way to earn money. Okay, and I know a lot of people, because of their parent failure, their friends failure, their relative failure, they will think that whatever the past failure are, it will carry forward to their future. Okay, so they do not dare to venture forward to try new things, to find other ways to earn more money. They just think that all these are scams, this one is not possible, this one is not within his lifetime, maybe it's next lifetime. No. Okay, everything in this world is possible. You have unlimited potential to achieve anything you want. All you need to do is to change your mentality. Okay, your mentality is very important. If you keep telling that you can never achieve great things in life, everything is impossible, everything that seems can earn a lot of money is scam, to try to cheat you money, then you will manifest negative things that will never happen for you. Okay, whatever you think will come true. If you think negative things, you will attract negative result, negative environment. Okay, that's why when you are negative, you attract negative friends who think the same like you. Then they will pull you further away. Okay, pull you deep and deep into the hole because they are also negative. But if you think positively, you manifest positive result, positive environment, positive people to come into your life. Okay, this is not talk or some bluff people think, because I practice manifestation and a lot of good things came into my life. Okay, so this is a true thing that which I have experienced before. That's why I say it out of my own experience. Okay, manifestation does work. Okay, so the first thing that we need to tune is our mindset. Okay, after tune our mindset, go and find learn more things so that you can generate more ideas on how to generate more money. Okay, money is never evil. Okay, money no doubt cannot buy love, cannot buy happiness, but it can buy a lot of things to create happiness for us or even for our family. Okay, so why must we live until we have so much financial stress? Every month, not enough money to put food to the table. My son want to go to some place to learn, or some university or some courses. I got not enough money. My son want to learn swimming, learn taekwondo, or learn what, because I do not have enough money. I can't afford. Why? Life shouldn't be this way. Okay, we shall have more time, but yet we have no financial stress. This is very important. Okay, this one we should be seeking this more time for ourselves, but we do not need to work and work for money. Okay, we do not want to trap inside a corporate box. Okay, there are people who earn 10,000, 20,000, even $100,000 per month, but they are always busy with their company or job. From morning to late evening, late midnight, you will not see them. This is not the kind of life we want. Okay, so we need to have time, but also need to have money. Okay, we can have both. A lot of people think you want money, no time. No, we have time, we have money. Okay, this is achievable because there's tons of way to earn money. Okay, there are a lot of ways that works. To Thomas Edison, for example, that's not a story. Okay, Thomas Edison tried 1,000 ways to create a light bulb. 1,000 ways that doesn't work. The 1,001 way that works. That's why we have light bulbs now. Okay, so because of this, we can follow the same mentality. If this job, this opportunity doesn't work, you find another one. Not every opportunity will suit us. I think digital marketing suit me. That's why I in digital marketing. Okay, because I love digital marketing. Okay, so maybe you think another opportunity suit you, then go and try that. Okay, you never know this opportunity is effective or can work for you until you go into it, to learn about it, do it. You will never know how effective it is just by standing on the fence. Okay, just by imagining if I use this, use that, do this, do that. Okay, we work. You won't, because you never do it, never experience it. Just like I put a bicycle in front of you, you never cycle before. You don't know how to cycle. You just imagine, if I cycle, will I crash into the drain, or I will fall down, or what, and this and that. A lot of noises inside your head. But what if you try, sit on it, cycle, and then you say, hey, actually it's not that difficult. It's easy to learn. Okay, so a lot of times we need to take action and learn. Then we will know whether it's effective or not. Okay, so this is very, very important. Seek your purpose in life. Our life is not just eat, sleep, work for 20 to 30 years. No, definitely not. This kind of knowledge you will learn from school. School will not teach you that. Okay, if school teach you that, all the teacher will be millionaire by now. Okay, if what you want to achieve in the future, your teacher in school still haven't achieved that, do not listen to them. Okay, this is not what I say. This Russell Brunson said. This is true. Okay, they can only teach us academics, but how do we maneuver in life, how to be successful in life, how to control our time, how to manage our finance, everything, they never teach us. That's why a lot of people after graduate do not know how to manage their finance, do not know how to manage their time, do not know how to earn more money. Okay, so listen who you need to listen. Okay, not everyone ideas or advisors can listen. Okay, only though for those people who have been there, done that, you can listen. Okay, let's say you want to be a prime minister of Singapore. Of course, you must listen to Lee Hsien Loong, right? Correct. You can't listen to someone who not even become an MP before. Correct. So definitely someone experienced, been there, done that. Okay. So what's your purpose in life? You need to ask yourself. Look into the mirror. Is your current life the kind of life that you want to live with for the next 20 to 30 years? Is it? If it's not, then you have to seek something else. Ask yourself, what is your purpose? Okay, everyone has their own talents. Okay, maybe I'm good in IT, maybe you're good in sales, maybe you're good in repair, something else. Okay, I never know. Different people, different talents. Okay, you need to seek your own talents to achieve your own purpose. Do not seek money. Okay, last time when I was in MLM, there was this saying: the more you chase money, money will run away. But if you don't chase money, you do the things with purpose and with your own passion, money will come and find you. Okay, seek your purpose. Okay, so the reason why I bring this up because I want to address about this purpose. There are a lot of people for the past 20 years, I see a lot of people work blindly. Okay, even current colleague. Okay, take him for example. Okay, he actually the moment he come for work, he will disappear. Not to laze around. He will go to find a user. Okay, you will not see him for few hours. Sometimes even lunchtime, you also won't find him because he's still with users. He can work until he can skip lunch. Never mind. Until evening time to go home, he's still busy with users. Sometimes he can work until midnight at office. Is this the kind of life you want or he wants? What does his wife and children think? Why is my husband and daddy so busy with work? Is this, I can only say maybe he's not time efficient, he's not productive enough. I don't know. Okay, so this is not the kind of life I want. That's why I always come on time but leave on time because I respect my time. I do not want to waste my time, additional time on work. Okay, because I know the time with my family is also very, very important. Okay, so I should also share my time with my family. Okay, it's not about work. Work is just only a small part in my life. It's not 3/4 of my life or even 4/4. Okay, 4/4. Okay, the whole part. Like no, never. Okay, because I work with a purpose. I know why I want to work. Okay, and I'm not going to work for long. Okay, I give myself 3 years, and I will throw away the alarm clock. Okay, why is alarm clock? Okay, because alarm clock wake you up to go to work, ma. If there's no alarm clock, you don't need to go to work. You just sleep and sleep. Okay, so this purpose is after 3 years, I should have my time, and yet I do not need to worry about my finances. Okay, this is the kind of life seeking. I do not want to be a work slave for the rest of my life until 70 years old. Find that I still do not have enough savings to even survive my own self. That's why the government force you to save on CPF. Okay, you cannot touch the CPF. You can only use for maybe education and buying houses. You cannot use to buy roti. You cannot buy bread, buy rice, buy any clothes. No. Okay, so that's why the government forces you to save. They know most of the Singaporeans do not know how to save. Okay, the school never teach. They know that. Okay, that's why we should not reach until 70 years old then regret. We have wasted 50 years of our life working on something that doesn't work. Okay, we have to change our direction now. If this path is not reaching to the target that you want, you swerve to other path. Okay, work to learn. Whatever you learn, the skill set in the company, learn. Okay, after you learn, going to find other things to learn and earn more money. You can't stay in the company or job for long. Okay, I'm not like last time, people can stay 20 years, 30 years, okay, long service award. No, you wasted your life working so long for a company. Okay, you can achieve much more. Okay, purpose. Okay, so hi Luciana. So today my main purpose is to tell you the purpose in life, which is very, very important. Okay, this is my 20 years experience. Never repeat my mistake. My parents are gone. I can never go back in time to spend more time with them. Okay, so the only thing I can do now is with my current family, my wife and my kid. Okay, so I want to have more time for them. I want to travel around the world with them without worrying about finances. I want to walk into a restaurant, into a boutique, buy anything without looking at the price tag. This is achievable and definitely achievable if I think so. Because I manifest, I work on it, I find a system that works. Okay? Normal people would not dare to think. Okay? So life so wonderful when you have a purpose. Okay, so I begin to feel more happier in life because I can see my future is coming. Okay? 20 years ago, I don't see future. My future is like very blurred 20 years ago. That's why I don't know what I want. Every year I change job. Now, for the past 20 years, none of the job I can stay for more than 1 year. Okay, because I don't know what I want. I jump to another company maybe for an additional 100, 200 more pay. Okay, this is not something what I want in life. So I thought I want more money, keep jump and jump and jump. In the end, 20 years later, my saving is still not enough. Okay, so we repeat my mistake. Okay, maybe you can do a small exercise now. Go to a mirror, look at your own self. Are you smiling or frowning at your current life? Are you happy with your current life? Will you be happy in the next 10 to 20 years with your current activity, right? Current job, current what you do daily, 8 to 5 job, 1 or 2 hours time with your family? Is this the kind of life you want? You miss out a lot of things. You never travel to Finland, never see the aurora lights before, northern light before, never go to the Swiss Alps, never go to the Venice, etc. Or never eat a Michelin star restaurant before, or etc. Okay, so there's a lot of things in life for us to explore, and all these need money. I'm not teaching you to be greedy. I'm teaching you to enjoy your life, which we should. Okay, enjoy your life with your family. Live memories with your family. Okay, when we are gone, the only thing we can leave is memories to our kids. Okay, next time when our kids talk to their children, they will have beautiful memories to share to our grandchildren or grandchildren, and not boring story or nothing to say about your grandfather, great-grandfather. Leave a legacy, leave a beautiful memories to your children. Okay, whether do you want to leave your wealth to your children? This for you to decide. You can donate to charity, which a lot of rich people do. Okay. Okay, so if there's no question, that will be the end of today episode 3. Okay, so remember, burning desire from the Edwin story with Thomas Edison. You must have a burning desire and a purpose in life. Okay, so this two is very, very important. If you found your purpose in life, you can comment in this video comment box below. Okay, I would love to hear your purpose. I will see you in my episode 4 next week. Bye bye.